Hi, this video I'm going to demo something called as templateRefs. The templateRefs have a couple of different uses, but in this video I'm going to demo how you can reference a child component in a parent component and then pass values or variable values from parent to the child. So it has a process as ever. The templateRefs are very similar to defineProps, but defineProps is a recommended approach compared to templateRefs because here you write code specific to child and the parent, which is not recommended. But it is good to know how this works. So let me show the templateRefs at work. So first I have to decide a parent and child component. In my case, I am taking left image component as my parent component, and this invokes a child component called personal details. So in this element, I have to add an attribute called ref and reference this child component in the parent component as child. So now this child should have a variable name in the parent component again in the script section, and you should say constant child equal to ref of, just initialize it with some value like null. So now because I have used the ref keyword, I should ensure that it's imported here. So I will do that here. Now before I make any changes in my parent component code or the script section, I will go to my child component and do some groundwork. So this is the component that I'm working on, which is the child of this parent. So I go to personal details. I will add two variables. I will say constant nickname equal to ref of null. Then I'll add constant welcome message equal to ref of null. So now I already have the ref keyword reference in the top. I don't need to add any reference keyword here, but then I will go and decide. My idea is to show a nickname if it is passed and then add a welcome message. So I'm going to adjust this condition that picks up the name from the defineProps that I did in one of my previous videos. So I'm going to say be if equal to nickname, then I will show the nickname. Else, so that means the values pass through defineProps or the properties. Then I will say be else just show name, which was our original condition here. So now here I'll add the welcome message. So I'll say welcome MSG with a space. That's it. So I've got some work done here. Now this needs some values coming from the parent component. Let's do that. Go back to the parent component, which is our left image component, and let's do this in the hooks, because this is the main purpose of the reference keyword or the reference attribute. It is used to pass values on the mounted or one of the early scenarios, early hooks in the life cycle of the component, and it's like to focus your cursor on a field and things like that. So you have to use this very judiciously. So I'm just going to use on mounted. Obviously I have to reference this hook, lifecycle hook, comma. So this lifecycle hook is part of, again, Vue library. So now because this is a hook, I have to write a particular way. I have to write an arrow function. So arrow function and then the body. So inside the body, I am going to say this is my child reference name, or in other words, I have that variable defined here in my script tag. So I say child dot value, because this is of ref type, dot, I can directly give my variable name that is there defined in the child component, nickname equal to, I will say Navan. Now I'll go to the next one, which is child dot value dot welcome message equal to, I'll say howdy. That's it. So now I am passing these values from the parent component to the child component variables. So let's see what's happening in the browser. Go to the browser. This scenario is right component, so we are not even worried about this. Let's jump to the left component. That gets triggered randomly because of a math condition. So this is my page. It says, looks like the value hasn't been passed. Let's see why it's not getting passed. So I passed to the personal details. I am saying nickname. So I go to the personal details here, nickname. I think I will have to get rid of this because I don't need this. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So one of the important things is you have to have the defineExpose macro to expose these variables, the script variables. So like a macro we wrote earlier for defineProps, you just need to say defineExpose, simple brackets, flower brackets, and then just say nickname, which is one of the variables we are exposing from the child component, welcome message. So yeah, so you need these variable definitions within the script, which is the equivalent for what you specify in the template of the child component. But then the most important part is exposing those variables using defineExpose in the child component. So let me see if this works. I'll refresh this page. Yes, so that did the trick. So my data or the values are passing from the parent to the child component, and the child component has to define the template where these variables need to sit, and then those variables should be exposed using defineExpose in the child component. Then the parent can pass the values, and then they will go and sit in this particular template. So that's about defineExpose. So this one stays as is. I am not touching this, the right component, but the left component I am having a condition where if I pass a nickname, it will take that as precedence, and then obviously I have my other welcome message here. This one stays as is, which is my blurb. Hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.